From the PEP Radio Newsroom, we have this news from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve cut its key interest rate on Wednesday for a second time this year as it seeks to shore up economic growth and hiring, even as inflation stays elevated. Job gains have slowed this year, and the unemployment rate has edged up but remained low through August, the Fed said in a statement issued Wednesday. More recent indicators are consistent with these developments. The government hasn't issued unemployment data after August because of the government shutdown. The Fed is watching private sector figures instead. Wednesday's decision brings the Fed's key rate down to 3.9% from about 4.1%. The central bank had cranked its rate to roughly 5.3% in 2023 and 2024 to combat the biggest inflation spike in 4 decades. Lower rates could, over time, reduce borrowing costs for mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards, as well as for business loans. The move comes amid a fraught time for the central bank, with hiring sluggish, and yet inflation has stayed above the Fed's 2% target. Compounding its challenges, the central bank is navigating without the economic signposts it typically relies on from the government, including monthly jobs reports, inflation and consumer spending, which may have been suspended because of the government shutdown. Pretty sure they have been. The Fed has signaled it may reduce its key rate again in December, but the data drought raises the uncertainty around its next moves. The Fed typically raises its short-term rate to combat inflation, while it cuts rates to encourage borrowing and spending and shore up hiring. Its two goals are in conflict, so it is reducing borrowing costs to support the job market while keeping rates high enough to avoid stimulating the economy so much that it worsens inflation. Speaking to reporters after the Fed's announced rate decision, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said there were strongly differing views about how to proceed in December at the policy meeting, and a further reduction in rates is not a foregone conclusion. As more information about this story and other stories becomes available, PEP Radio will bring it to you here on YouTube and on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, I'm David Moore reporting.